I love The Stranger, but this recent article on Seattle as the anti-fashion capital really missed the mark. And I'm not saying this as a defense of Seattle fashion, because I will be the first to say it's not the city's strong suit. Rather, my critique is that the article lacks an understanding of the fashion theories it references. Let's start with the title. So, anti-fashion as a term picked up steam in the 90s as designers reacted to and rebelled against the elite tastemakers that lorded over the runway. It is a rejection of those tastemakers rather than a rejection of style. Writer Amelia Groom has explained how anti-fashion is bound to fashion, and that to reject it, you have to understand it, because fashion is, as explored by Roland Barthes, a language. What the writer actually means is that Seattleites don't care about fashion, which I agree with. He then uses a really long-winded metaphor of water to describe the laziness with which Seattleites approach dressing, which again is true, but the use of the metaphor really doesn't add anything. He references Susan Sontag's essay on style, using it to convey the counterpoint that having no style is a style, which is absolutely not what the thesis of that essay was. That essay argues that you can't separate style from substance, especially when talking about art and writing. Sontag is rebuking the belief that style is a frivolous addition to like the meat of the thing. This doesn't make sense for what the writer is trying to say. He then references On Camp, which was Sontag's first published work, and uses the quote, "The essence of style is its love of the unnatural, of artifice and exaggeration," which is a misquote. The actual quote is, "The essence of camp is its love of the unnatural." Her essay was about the camp aesthetic specifically, so a complete change in meaning. He then uses this misquote to say, this is exactly what the Seattle look is all about, a mode that does not break with its natural surroundings, but is indeed at one with them. You could argue that this way of dressing allows people to engage with nature more because it protects them against the elements, but there's nothing inherently natural about this style of dress. Again, he's trying to riff off the Susan Sontag quote, but it just completely falls flat. There are theorists who talk about nature and artifice, like Baudrillard's thoughts on makeup. How can one mistake this exceeding of nature for a vulgar camouflaging of the truth? Essentially, it's saying that there's nothing inherently truthful about our bodies, and so putting on makeup or costume isn't artificial because it's revealing truths about ourselves, about society. What bothers me is that people thinking fashion is meaningless is why they think they can write about it without having a grasp on the theories associated with it. If you listen to our podcast, you know that we hate on Seattle style a lot, but this article just missed.